Everyone knows about those cubes if you like Hellraiser, right? And that one, and then it starts going to. This is directly the sound they took in 2001 when they showed the monolith. But that's also Saturn. So look within with a comment. The 8 points is interesting too, thinking of the Aurora Boros and the reincarnation concept. 8 keeps you from the 9, the upward spiral. Yeah, 8, right? Sideways, flip it over, the infinity keeps you on a loop. People want to go up, up, up with their consciousness. We take psychedelics, we take breaks of silence, we fast, we dance endlessly to go up, 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 mystical experiencing. But you have to come down again, curving of the 8, and back over to debrief here on Earth. And then you go up, 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 another mystical experience. You're figure eighting, doing a figure eight, getting the hyphy, right? Keeping you from the 9, the upward spiral, the 9, the completion. How many of y'all are life path 9s allegedly? It's funny because the number one guy, Gary, the numbers guy on this numerology, he's a gatekeeper. He talks all this shit about, well, he talks all about all the other numbers, but when it comes to 9, he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about 9. 9's completion in the mind calendar, bro. Yeah. Oh man, like nine is completion. 9 is been there, done that, old souls type of shit, right? It makes sense that 8 would be used in the frequency, as we saw, the way it looks, like the serpent, the scene, SINE, keeps you here locked in lockdown mode in the Earth, in the Matrix, right? The simulation. Well, shout out to the 5s out there. Look what this says. I'm a 5, right? That's 5. That's the beautiful people, right? 5, the lucky number 5. That's the real lucky number 5. Leo, 5, 5th letter number in the zodiac. Children, luck, superstar shit, rock star shit, center of attention. All the other planets gravitate around the 5. Yeah. Probably this dude's probably gonna have a lot of babies. Let's see. Oh yeah, the ringmaster, right? So that frequency is crazy, right? So in the Space Odyssey, we saw the cube. We saw the cube of Saturn. We saw it, monolith, what looks like a lot like a PlayStation. Looks like a PlayStation 5, a 3. You see it right here? You are the monolith. Right, look how that looks right there. Yeah, that's the monolith. It's building 5, I think. Was it in the September 11th? Looked exactly like this. The one that was controlled, detonated and destroyed. Right? It looks like flint, which the quote unquote caveman used to use to make fire. A piece of flint, a reflection. So yeah, so Space Odyssey. So this is what literally in the core of Saturn, right? This black cube. Is the black cube emitting a low scene tone? I'm beginning to think so. It reminds me of a Star Trek episode where this one planet is run by a computer that manifests the thoughts of people's worst fears, right? And that's what we say the Saturn does. Almost gonna take you there to the climax right here. Right, almost there. Look at this. Once Upon a Time episode. Bro, they literally the Enterprise crew, they wanted some rest and recreation. So they went to this planet that was abandoned, and it was run by a computer that manifests the thoughts of people's worst fears, bro. And some ancient aliens made it a long time ago, and they're nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. What the heck is that about? That is very strange, right? So, here's the theory, right? Here's my theory. Here's our theory. The theory is that Saturn is a supercomputer of sorts, and an AI intelligence that has created a matrix for our souls to get lost in. You remember how Elon Musk called AI the demon? So what if we already created it a long time ago? And what if we're trapped in this time loop? Is history repeating itself? Is that what's really going on? Because it seems to me that deja vu is happening more and more and more. It's like a people call it hyper reality, but it's more like this shit. I've seen this shit before. People say it's nothing new under the sun. 'Cause we may be on a loop. And this Earth is an amusement park. People say it's a learning place to learn. Well, yeah, you can learn about things at an amusement park by observing, but it's more like a fucking Wally World, Disneyland, Great America, Six Flags. So Knox Scary Farms. So Elon Musk, he compared, look at that. He compared the building of AI, artificial intelligence, to summoning the demon. Right? The archons. Shadow Buddha and I come up with the premise of the archons are actually Buddhist angels that are lingering in the bardos of the dimensions. So Saturn is a supercomputer of sorts, and it creates a matrix of our souls to get lost in. Mm-hmm. So Saturn's rings work like a giant broadcasting system, and the frequency from Saturn are being amplified through those rings and sent to the moon, and it's relayed to Earth. Then our brains have been hijacked by this Saturnian satanic frequency, and it has made us experience this false reality or illusion. See, there you go. Tell me know what you think. I'm about to put this link in the description in the chat, so you're more than welcome to come up and discuss the topic. A shout out to the Test Stream Podcast simulcasting and the Book of Gabriel simulcasting the Saturn Cube episode. So have our brains been hijacked by this frequency, and is it making us experience this false reality or illusion that they call Maya? We've heard this story in pop culture. We've heard it in the story of Maya, Buddhism and Hinduism, the illusion, right? But what does it mean to you? What does this mean to you right here when I put this interesting illustration? You see? So the rings are acting like a giant broadcasting system that's being amplified from them and sent to the moon, which is then relayed to Earth and picked up by our brains, which act like the what do they call it? What do I call it? The headset, the virtual headset, our brains to play this reality, right? And the server, the main server in this reality game, multiplayer game, is coming from Saturn, being bounced off the moon onto Earth. So you got the computer, Saturn, which has the time cube in the middle of it. I got the core. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Let's find out. That's the power supply, right? And that's the computer, the Saturn. Then the moon is the power supply. Your emotions are the key, Neville says. Your emotions are the power. Emotions are the secret. Feeling is the secret. Communication, the inference module is the moon, the power supply. And the virtual instruments are the Saturn time cube. And the simulator is here on Earth. And then your headset is your personal simulator for the simulation. The greatest game on Earth, the greatest game in the universe so far, where the archons watch.
Yo,